After a little break, Laser Sports Update is back to bring you updates on all of the recent athletic activities on campus. I'm Taylor Viles. The men's and women's basketball seasons are now in full swing as both teams are in the middle of busy schedules before heading away for the holidays. Let's first begin with some recent news. Grad student Corinne Provenzano and first-year Alyssa De Oliveira of the women's soccer team were named to the All-New England second team after spectacular seasons which helped their team to the GNAC championship game. The track team, which is larger than usual, has its first meet of the season on Saturday at Springfield College. This will be their first meet since the USAFT New England Indoor Championships at Harvard University, which happened on February 23rd, 2020. Now let's talk about the women's basketball team. Following their loss to Framingham State last week, the team ended their losing ways with their first win of the season against Northern Vermont Johnson this past Tuesday. This was also the first win in the head coaching career for Kelly Sundberg, so congratulations to her. After trailing in the first quarter, the Lasers immediately leaped ahead in the following quarters to come out on top, with the final score being 76-59, improving their overall record to 1-4. The Lasers relied heavily on the stellar performance of Meg Carroll, who had a career night, taking home a double-double. We will touch more on her excellence later on in the program. The team played Riviera on Thursday, but that occurred after this filming. As they head off to play Fitchburg State next Thursday, let's see if they can maintain this level of aggressive play that we just saw when they begin playing conference games. Their first conference game will be this Thursday against Riviera. Let's now turn to the men's basketball team. After an 0-2 start, they have strung together 3 consecutive victories against Union College of New York, Eastern Nazarene, and Wheaton College. At the forefront of all of those victories are Kevin Nunez, EJ Day, and Kevin Vanderhorst, which are players we've been seeing on the floor for years now here at LaSalle. Both Nunez and Day continue to score in double figures, while Vanderhorst is a menace on the glass, pulling down team highs in rebounds. Currently, he's averaging a double-double on the year. In the game against Wheaton, Kevin Nunez became the newest member of the 1,000-point club, the first Laser to accomplish the feat since Stefan Mascherelli did in 2019. Nunez looks to climb the ranks and show why he is one of the team's many stars. This team looks to continue their win streak in their first GNAC game of the year, which is also at Riviera. That one, though, is on Saturday, tip-off at 1 p.m. Let's talk about Megan Carroll for a minute. Our Laser Spotlight this week, Carroll has been the go-to offensive and defensive threat for the women's basketball team. Before this season, she had never averaged more than 4.5 points per game, but so far this season, she's averaging 22.2 points each game. During the Lasers' home opener on Tuesday night against Northern Vermont Johnson that we talked about earlier, Carroll recorded a team record 39 points and 20 rebounds. That rebound total puts her third all-time in a game for the women's basketball team. It was an incredible performance, leading her team to their first victory of the season. Winning is easy when one player scores over half of the team's points, though. Carroll has been the high scorer for the team in every game except the season opener. I sat down with head coach Kelly Sundberg to discuss Carroll's elevated role this season.
When did you decide that it was going to be Meg that you were going to kind of form your team around and she was going to be that go-to shooter?
Yeah, I don't think we necessarily formed our team around her. I think, we've had discussions with our players of what we need out of them for the team. And, she has come into the position where we need her to be able to create for us offensively, score buckets, and really be a big inside presence for us. And I think she's really capitalized on her role on the team, and I think she's been doing a really nice job with that.
What do you attribute her incredible play so far this season to?
I think she's been able to stay very composed and has been able to work through some moments for herself to be able to get to the place she's at. So, I think getting to a point where, she misses a layup or, gets a foul, she's not necessarily completely down on herself. I think she's been able to bounce back really easily. And I think that's actually been the most fun thing to see about her is that that growth and being able to get to that place where she just is completely in attack mode no matter the circumstances.
So last night she scored 39 points, which is a team high, which is crazy because there have been some good players on this team, and then 20 rebounds, which is third all time for a game. I guess, what is that like to see her do that? She said she blacked out during the game.
Yeah, so I think, she had an incredible performance for us. I think that game lended to her skill set, and we really needed to, get the ball inside. And that was a big conversation we had, at halftime, and then also throughout the third and fourth quarters, getting paint touches. And that's either through drives or getting it inside to our post players. And she was just always an option for us. And it was good to see, especially with us struggling on the 3-point line. I think it was really awesome to have her presence stay consistent throughout the entire game. And I think I'm just very proud of her to be able to achieve those accomplishments. I think, it's a pretty big deal. And she's just a great human being and super genuine. And I'm happy that I'm able to coach her. And I think her teammates, love and respect her. So.
And then lastly, Coach, congratulations, your first collegiate victory as a head coach. How is that finally to be on your own, having your own coaching staff and getting the win?
Yeah, it was awesome. And I'm just really excited to do it with this group. I think it has been a fun journey so far, and we've been learning so much about each other, and then also us as a group and how we function. And I'm just really happy for, our players and the entire coaching staff to be able to get a W. We're hoping for a lot more coming up here. So
awesome. Well, thanks so much, Coach. Good luck this season.
We only have 2 stars of the week this week, and they are the aforementioned Meg Carroll and Kevin Nunez. We touched on both of them earlier in the episode, but we would be remiss if they weren't the stars of the week. Both players have been relied on heavily during each game so far this season, and they will be players to watch moving forward. Well, that is all for this week's episode of Laser Sports Update. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll be back here next week for our semester wrap-up before heading off campus for winter break. I'm Taylor Viles. Until then, go Lasers.